欢迎收看《神秘文怪事》，大家好，我是团长。没有订阅的朋友，请按下订阅按钮，谢谢大家。加入我们优秀神秘文怪事团，拜托大家用力按下订阅，拜托大家。大家可留言告诉我。各位优秀神秘文怪事团团员，大家好，感谢团员新进团员耐心等待，再次感谢所有团员支持本频道。今天故事开始前，先提醒大家，影片最下方神秘文怪事订阅键定下去，用力按之下，请订阅，请帮忙一下。我上一集影片讲到，真实事件，韩国列为最高军事机密，被称为2高地。有一部电影改编都市恐怖传说，不存在的车站。没有看过新朋友，我建议先看上一集。我把上一集影片放在说明栏。今天让我带你们进入今天的故事吧。来带到美国加州的长滩，在这里停靠了一艘非常豪华的游轮，叫做玛丽皇后号。然而，围绕在这艘船的不是只有悠久的历史，还有恐怖的传说。据说船上有一个房间 B340，不少房客在入住后发生了难以解释的事件，甚至因此死亡，导致这个房间一度被封印了长达30年之久，更被《时代》杂志评选为全球第6个诡异景点。
Every time the ship went out onto open water, people disappeared.
The thing about boats is there's nowhere to run.
We should turn back.
We're too far to turn back.
You think you can erase the past?
I don't want to hear any more about curses.
2019年发行的电影《鬼船玛丽号》描述一位船长，莫名对一艘古老神秘的船玛丽号特别中意。当他说服妻子买下这艘古船，并带着一家人起航之后，诡异事件接二连三在海上发生。
Something's very, very wrong here. I'm seeing things that I can't explain.
电影故事不是空穴来风，现实的原型取材自10大鬼船之称玛丽塞勒斯特号。不过说到幽灵船，最有名的就属被《时代》杂志评选为第6大猛鬼之地的玛丽皇后号，其中最引发话题的是这间没有门牌的 B340号房。
Welcome to B340. This room has not been occupied since the mid-80s, of course. And some of the occurrences that led to that was hotel guests checking into the room and complaining that the lights would go on and off behind themselves, that the water in the bathroom would start and stop.
B340号房是玛丽号闹鬼最凶的地方。据说曾经有一名男子在房间暴毙，后来就不断出现离奇的事情，因为闹鬼传闻甚嚣尘上，最后索性永久上锁。在封印30年后的2018年，才终于重新开放入住，让大家体验超自然现象。不过，这房间真的存在那个看不见的他吗？
One housekeeper came into the room one day, and the beds in those days were on this side, and made the bed perfectly, and went outside into the alleyway to her cart to get some towels for the bathroom. And when she came back in, she found the bed that she had just made all rumpled up and crumpled up in the floor.
令人惊恐的还不止如此。
A female passenger in mid-Atlantic was awakened in the middle of the night. The covers had been pulled off of her, and there was a man in a dark suit or uniform at the foot of the bed. She immediately reached across and pressed the button to call the steward, whose pantry was just right over here. And the steward comes running over. And she says, "Did you see him? Did you see him?" And he says, "Madam, what are we talking about? Did you have a dream?" She says, "No, there was a man at the foot of my bed. He pulled the covers off of me." And he said, "Madam, I've been there the whole time. There's no one there."
太多不可思议的传说引发大家的好奇心。开放入住的 B340号房，尽管一晚要价499美元，对大胆冒险的年轻人来说确实非常值得。他们带着既期待又怕受伤害的心情，准备进入传说中的 B340号房。
But yeah, let's shut the door, shut the door.
没有忌讳地把过去流传的鬼故事写满在房内的柱子上，墙还挂着诡异的黑白照片。这是要入住的房客做好心理准备，还要测试你的胆量。
Doing my rounds of the ship when I noticed that a normally secure room was unlocked, I looked inside and saw a little girl standing in the room. She looked at me, stretched her arms out towards me, and then disappeared.
Oh my god！
这里确实是个惊恐指数爆表的房间，里头甚至准备好通灵板、塔罗牌以及水晶球等等，这些都是能够跟鬼魂沟通的工具。但更想不到的还有这直呼上帝，这个血腥玛丽究竟要干嘛？原来浴室墙壁上印的是一种铭文，就是教人如何召唤血腥玛丽。也就是说，只要对住镜子，喊3次血腥玛丽，女鬼就会出现。不过据说凌晨3点是所谓的女巫时间，距离凌晨3点只剩不到10分钟，关掉电灯，黑暗中的 B340号房会发生什么事呢？想要走玛丽皇后号上，窥探诡异传闻是真是假的人不在少数。对有抓鬼布洛克称号的欧马尔来说，这个自然是不能错过的地点。然而，他带着摄影装备登船，记录下探险的过程，看似没有什么异状，但却在他睡梦当中意外捕捉到不可思议的画面。
The hallways are really creepy. My favorite hallway is on the first deck, though. It's like a never-ending hallway.
静静的长廊上，明亮却显得有点诡谲。欧马尔边走边讲，突然间，怎么回事？没有人的走廊陆续传来怪声，但此时的欧马尔却显得平静。或许见怪不怪，或许不想打扰对方，他继续往另一个甲板前进，走住。
They don't allow people to go on certain places of the ship, certain times. But check this out. If you didn't want, oh my gosh, I felt like somebody was walking right behind me. In fact, I heard footsteps.
玛丽皇后号每一步都是惊吓，每个地方或角落充满让人毛骨悚然的氛围。但真正吓破胆的才正要开始。跟住欧马尔的脚步，慢慢走向那间没有门号的房间。
This is it right here. Oh gosh. See, they ripped the numbers off, and they won't allow anybody in this room because of how haunted it is. People have been attacked, touched by demons, scratched. Oh my gosh, I feel a really cold, eerie feeling right here.
那晚他们住的是另一间房，就在众人入夜熟睡时，摄影机拍了惊人画面。拍下房门竟然自己打开，过2分钟后又合上。究竟这些画面是布洛克动了手脚，还是真的灵异事件，不得而知。尽管玛丽皇后号是全世界最出名的鬼船，但它原本是英国豪华游轮，在1936年5月起航，后来在第2次世界大战的时候被征召改成运输军舰。没想到在一次航行中不幸发生了重船意外，夺走了200多条人命，从此灵异传闻就没有停过。
And one of the most haunted ships ever, the Queen Mary.
1967年，玛丽号停航，改装成高级酒店。 一直停泊在美国加州长滩岸边，而业者逆向操作，打上撞鬼饭店的名号，吸引更多想试胆或是体验超自然现象的民众，反而赚进了不少钞票。然而，种种诡异传闻越传越盛，是真是假，只能说信者恒信了。至今仍是人类想要解开的重大谜团，许多人还是选择宁可信其有，请大家自行判断。希望您会喜欢今天主题，也欢迎在下方留言分享你对这些的看法。大家帮我按赞、订阅、开小铃铛，谢谢。感谢收看，下次再见。